Hey, my name is Carolin. This is my channel. I'm going to be documenting and talking about my experience with gastric bypass surgery. I had gastric bypass surgery on March 16th, 2020. So, what is it? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. 6 days ago. I'm home now. I actually ended up staying 3 nights in the hospital. It was originally supposed to be 2, but I hadn't quite yet reached my fluid intake yet while I was in the hospital, and so I felt safer just staying one more night, getting an IV and not getting dehydrated. So I guess I should probably start at the beginning and talk a little bit about, me and my story and my background and why I ended up getting gastric bypass surgery. So like I said in the beginning, my name is Carolyn. I'm 25 and I have been struggling with my weight and binge eating disorder and disordered eating since I was probably around 10 years old. I would say that some of the behaviors started around 8 or 9, which was sort of around the time that my parents separated and inevitably divorced. So just, took in food as sort of a coping mechanism. Anyway, that's a long story, but I would say I started dieting around 10 years old through a program with a nurse at a hospital, just getting educated about nutrition and having monthly weigh-ins and check-ins and things like that. And it just sort of escalated and I just kept gaining weight, and at the time, I'm half Swedish, so my mom is Swedish, my dad's American, and before they divorced, we were living in Connecticut, and once they divorced, my mom moved back to Sweden with me and my brother, and my dad moved back to his home state of Virginia. So I was going to school in Sweden, and then summers and Christmases, I would go and stay with my dad in America, and I would always be fine and lose weight or maintain my weight in Sweden. And then when I would fly over to my dad's and my stepmom's was when I would typically gain weight. The summers I typically gained 20 or 30 pounds. And then I'd get back to Sweden and I'd try dieting again and all this stuff. So it was just a lot of yo-yo dieting really early on. And the focus was always on my weight with my family. So that was hard to just constantly hear just comments about my weight and questions and are you exercising? Are you eating right? Are you doing this? Are you doing that? And at the time I was, 10, 11, 12, and I didn't want to think about that. I just wanted to be a kid. I just wanted to, hang out with my friends and, have fun and not have to worry about, am I eating the right things or the wrong things? And so from a young age, it was sort of kind of put into my mind that, the way I looked, how heavy I was, wasn't ideal. And my family was just very concerned about me gaining weight and being unhealthy, and the disordered eating habits and behaviors and binge eating only got worse as I got older, and I had more access to going to shops by myself and being home alone at nights when I was a teenager, and being able to binge without anybody being there, and hiding food and doing things in secret and stuff like that. So, yeah, I mean, yeah. And I think I started, like, the first weight loss program I did, I think I was like 12, and I had to get medical permission to do Weight Watchers the first time. So I did that. Since then, since that first time, I've done Weight Watchers 6 or 7 different times. I've done paleo, I've done Atkins, I've done low carb, high fat, I've done high carb, low fat, vegan, I've done, or like plant-based. I've done whole starch, low fat, plant-based, I've done plant-based, I've done, like soups, like a soup liquid diet, I've done every kind of diet that you could think of, I've done it. I've done all of it. I've done tons and tons of research about nutrition. I've done tons and tons of research about exercising and obesity and what all that means. And so I really feel like there's no one in my life who knows more about it and experiences it more than I do. Like, I even think, my general physician knows less than I do, about what I deal with as an obese person. And yeah, so it's just escalated over the years, and now I'm 25, and I've done everything. I've tried everything. I've done different kinds of methods to help my binge eating, and I've thought about weight loss surgery seriously for the past 4 years, I would say. I first really started researching and looking into it when I was 21, I think. I keep looking all over the place, I'm sorry. And I wasn't sold on it at that point. I also didn't have insurance to cover it on my parents' insurance. And I was in college, and it just wasn't the right time. I was so far away. I lived in a really small town, and I was so far away from any sort of hospital or program or anything, so it was just really unfeasible. Infeasible? I don't know. It wasn't feasible, I should say. But I graduated last year from college. I have a bachelor's degree in accounting, and I'm an accountant for an investment firm here in Northern Virginia, Tyson's Corner, DC, DMV area. I love my job. And luckily, I started my job in August of last year when I was still 24. And luckily, my job has really great insurance that covers gastric bypass surgery. So it was, I think, back in September of 2019, last year, where I did some research in finding a bariatric surgeon in the area, and I ended up finding Virginia Bariatric Center in Reston, Virginia, which is 5 miles from my house. And the surgeon, Dr. Matthew Fitzer, who is one of the best bariatric surgeons on the East Coast and does really great work and has been doing this for 15 years or something. So yeah, I set up a consult for October 11th, 2019 to meet with Dr. Fitzer and determine if I was a candidate, which I clearly was. My weigh-in, I've never said my weight out loud. Okay, I my starting weight, my highest weight that I've ever seen on the scale was 401.6. Yeah, that's how bad it got. 401.6. So clearly I was a candidate for bariatric surgery. My insurance only covered gastric bypass surgery, and luckily that's the one that I felt most comfortable with. I wasn't really comfortable with doing the sleeve gastrectomy. I feel like the gastric bypass has been the gold standard in bariatric medicine for years and years and years, and I just felt safest with that one, so that was lucky. So yeah. So, yeah. From there, I had appointments with their in-house dietitian, and I had to do all the approval for my insurance and stuff, and then also my surgeon wanted me to lose 20 pounds. And for my insurance, like, it was not like I had to do a 6-month thing. Like, I really didn't have that many priorities. I can do a whole separate video about what my insurance covered and like what the approval process was. But long story short, I ended up hitting the weight goal this year in like February, I think. No, January? February. Yeah, I think like the first week of February is when I was like within 5 pounds of my weight goal, which was 381. And so from there I was able to schedule surgery, and I scheduled surgery for March 16th because it was right in the middle of the month. So for my job and accounting stuff, it's like our slowest time of the month. And I plan to be out a week. So, and now with this whole coronavirus thing, my office is working from home, so that's actually kind of nice, because for the next, like, I think until, like, April 6th or something, we're working from home, so that's nice. So yeah, I did all that, and I ended up having surgery this past Monday on March 16th. It, went really well. I was in the hospital until Thursday. Went home Thursday morning. So basically, like, after you come out of surgery, they want you to start drinking an ounce of water per hour. Now, your surgeon, your program might be different, but this is what my surgeon outlined for me, and bariatric surgery standards, like, they're not the same across the board. Surgeons and practices are different. So if yours is different, don't worry. Follow your instructions. These were mine. And so I had to do that for 24 hours, and 1 ounce of water per hour. Sip, sip, sip. And the next day I had to slowly increase it to 4 ounces of water an hour, like going slowly, like starting with 2, doing that for several hours, and then going up to 3, and like so on and so on. And I guess I was just kind of moving slowly, and I was in a bit of pain, and so I just wasn't drinking a lot, so it just took me longer, and I didn't want to risk, going home dehydrated or going home and getting dehydrated because I hadn't reached like the 4 ounces an hour. I can do that now, so that's nice. But sorry, I'm like sitting in my bed. So yeah, so I came home on Thursday. The pain wasn't too bad, like, it's the gas pain that's really painful. Um, and I was able to get Percocet, oxycodone, every 3 hours as needed, and I stopped that on Tuesday night. I felt like Tuesday night, after my last dose, I really didn't need it anymore. Like, I wasn't in pain, like, it was probably about a 2 on a scale of 1 to 10, whereas, like, the first day out of surgery and the second day, it was probably more like between a 6 or 7, 5 sometimes, but by Wednesday morning, it was a 2, so that was really nice. Still gas pain, and, like, the incisions on my right side were a little more painful and tender. Still are. I'll post a picture of me on the day of surgery in my gown and stuff, and I'll also post a picture of, like, the incisions on my stomach so you can see. And kind of, like, those could be my before pictures or whatever. So I'll post those maybe here or at the end of the video or at the beginning. I don't know. And I'll probably be in the thumbnail too. Something like that. So yeah. So overall, it's been a positive experience. I have a very strict diet plan for the next 7 weeks. Now that I'm home, I'm allowed clear liquids and protein shakes. I have to do 4 ounces of protein shake 3 times a day. I've had some issue with that. I think, and from my research, after you have the surgery, you can come into some food intolerances and things like that. And I think I'm experiencing some food allergy or some food intolerance with the protein that I've chosen. Before surgery, I was able to drink the Premier Protein. I have it here. Premier Protein. I was able to drink this before surgery fine, but for some reason now, after surgery, I kind of get like an allergic reaction feeling, like itchy in my ear and in my throat, and just kind of like this sensitivity. And so I thought, well, maybe it's the lactose or like the milk. And my surgeon gave me a list of like approved protein shakes to drink. And I actually can't find that paper, that specific paper, but on another one there was like a list of other things. So they suggested Isopure, which is like a clear protein drink that's that has whey protein isolate, and it's lactose free. So I thought, okay, well, maybe I will try this. This is in the grape frost flavor. It's very sweet, like that artificial sweet tasting. It's fine, but this also gave me that same sort of feeling, and so I actually had to take a Benadryl. So it's Saturday right now. I'm gonna try and drink the Isopure again tonight. But I think I'm gonna have to call my surgeon's office on Monday. I think there's a vegan option. I might have to try that if I can find that paper. I know I have it. And maybe order that online or something and try that. Because I have to drink this protein stuff for 2 weeks. And maybe it's just like my body isn't used to having food. I haven't had any food since last Thursday, like the Thursday before my surgery. I had to go on a 3-day clear liquid diet, so I really haven't had anything other than clear liquids. So I don't know if that's the issue. If any of you guys have experienced this or have any recommendations, let me know, because I don't want to like keep drinking this stuff and have to keep taking Benadryl and like feel uncomfortable, because it's just very uncomfortable. I'm allergic to eggs, so it's the same sort of feeling that I get if I were to eat like scrambled eggs or something. So I don't know. I'm gonna call my surgeon's office on Monday and see what they say, see what they recommend. So yeah, I have a follow-up appointment on March 7th, which is approximately 3 weeks post-op. So yeah. Other than that, I've been getting my water in. They told me to drink between 48 to 64 ounces of water a day, or like whatever liquid, and that includes the protein. So this is an Essentia water bottle that's 50 ounces. So I've been trying to drink one full one of these a day. It's proven difficult. This started off at half today, and it's already 5 o'clock, so I haven't done all that well because I still have this much left, and then another half. It's tough sipping constantly. Basically, that's what you have to do, is just sip constantly, and I'm crazy paranoid about drinking too much or filling my stomach too much and having it burst, because if my stomach bursts, that means emergency surgery, cutting me open from stem to stern and going through all my intestines and like stopping the leak and like fixing my stomach and then going to the ICU for months or weeks and weeks, and like I just don't want to do it. So I'm scared. But yeah, but it's good. But it's going good. I don't feel dehydrated, and I've been getting up and walking 3 times a day since I've been home. So yesterday and today, really, I've been getting up and like going outside, walking around my room. I have stairs, so I've been going up and down stairs and things like that. So yeah. If you have any questions, let me know. If you have done this, let me know. There aren't that many videos or people talking about their gastric bypass experience, so I just wanted to have an input. If you want me to do a specific video on something, I will do that. I'm definitely going to talk about the insurance approval process and stuff like that. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will hopefully see you in the next video. Bye!